Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are the channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of a program we call Rest Right on We Are on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you very much to you we don't join me for the very first time, and to you we always done the journey. Thank you very much. And to the new family members there where we don't get one for telling us plenty thank you. Then this year we've been there with 54,000. Now we talk about 64,000. Now they talk about 66,422. Thank you very much. We just to appreciate you now. When I really don't try, when I really promote, we actually go how we supposed to go. Well, we don't come back today for let me talk about the different issues them where they inside the different newspaper them for this morning. Of course, we get as always somebody we can come and talk to we on different issues them where they go on inside the country. So if that be the case, we go introduce we guest when we don't read the different newspaper them where we get inside the program today. And we go straight for begin watch the different paper them we actually did inside the program for we this morning. Alright, so we'll go with Awoko newspaper this morning. The first paper where we take inside the program this morning. Now the Awoko newspaper. Awoko newspaper gets a big banner headline. We say new IMF resident representative meet finance ministry team. And you as well get I didn't lose the 2018 election. The victory was stolen. And then you as well get other story them with the inside this edition of the Awoko newspaper for this morning. Alright, so I think we get one journalist. Let's just at the comeback gist, please. Let's just settle with this we other guests.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday.
Alright, welcome back. Actually, we want for just two things, one the journalist and then two the young producer. Alright, I go to the next paper for this morning. We're at the Concord Times newspaper. Concord Times newspaper get this panel and we say APC delegates convention. Samura Kamara emerge flag bearer. And you as well get former President Kuruma bids farewell preaches national cohesion. Strengthening the legal environment for the protection of women. You also get Christian Aid CEO, chairman meet with religious leaders. This is another story for you inside the Concord Times newspaper for this morning. The next one, now the AZ newspaper. The AZ newspaper get this banner headline. We say at 36th AU Ordinary Session Assembly, President Bio urged member states to adopt Africa Governance Report 2023, and you get for illegal conduct of NDC in McKinney, Alfred Peter Conte vows to drag APC to court, and you as well get names donate ambulance to Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, and maritime boss lobbies IMO Secretary General to remove Sierra Leone from blacklist. This is another story for you inside this edition of the AZ newspaper. And the next one, now the Watch newspaper will say down the black clinches APC Diaspora Organizing Secretary. You get NCRA and AfriCell take giant steps, and you get only ECSL has the mandate to ban political party. Deputy Information Minister explained. And you as well get Ambassador Sadiq Silla present letter of credence to Chadian President Debbie. This is another story for you inside this edition of The Watch. And the next one at the Owl newspaper, we say a gladiator ready for battle. Samura Kamara to lead APC to victory. You as well get FBC celebrate 196th anniversary. And you get Interact Club of TIS donate baby essentials to PCMH. This is another story for you inside the Owl newspaper. The next paper at the Global Times we say Auditor General Tribunal Justice Nyawo Jones furious. You as well get APC is a leopard and rice supply delay police personnel complain. And you as well get Kanji Darami report on President Bio visit to the African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. This is another story for you inside the Global Times newspaper. And the next paper for this morning, now the Nature. The Nature say final ruling today for Samura Kamara and 5 others. And massive deforestation in Kabbalah. UBA new MD assures quality service and the importance of waste management policy. This is another story for you inside the Nature newspaper. And the next one at the Apex, we say Dr. Samura Kamara wins APC flag bearer race and names donate ambulance to SLRSA and Kamarainba goes down for sexual penetration. This is another story for you inside the Apex newspaper for this morning. And the next paper for this morning now the African 24 newspaper. The African 24 newspaper gets a big banner headline which say Sierra Leone's 2023 election, Bio Flame or Flame. The new national executive of APC, old wine in new bottle. As part of its 50th anniversary celebration, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank introduces 2 new products. This is another story for you inside the African 24. And the next one at daybreak, we say 10 leons and 1 polo, like Berewa, like Gentle. And you as well get this big banner headline we say APC gets flag bearer, sleepless night for SLPP. Congratulations, lawyer Lansana Dumbuya. This is another story for you inside daybreak. And the Camboy Times say winning at first ballot, President Bio set for 60% plus. This is another story for you inside the Camboy newspaper. The next one at the Tribune Times we say indiscipline rock Sierra Leone Premier League. 15 club officials banned for misconduct. NCRA and Africell takes giant step. And you get other story them inside the Tribune paper for this morning. The next one at the Sky Times we say with damages to property by road contractor, Leicester Road residents call for President Bio's intervention. SLPP members call for inclusion of Rado Yoki in campaign team. And you as well get NCRA and Africell strengthening digital identification. This is another story for you inside this edition of the Times newspaper. The next one now the New Age newspaper we say ditches Cheikoko and lose 2023 elections. World Bank Executive Director for Sierra Leone meet Minister of Finance. Deputy Local Government Minister calls for a sustainable road map. This is another story for you inside this edition of the New Age. And the next one at the Guardian Post. The Guardian Post say Mama Salon deserves God-fearing leaders. And Cornelius Divo express APC slackness. Exposes APC slackness. And Freetown, the squad lead city in Africa. Paul Kamara writes PPRC. Raymond Hunter appointed head coach of Eastern Lions. 32 years jail term for Mohammed Kamarainba Mansari. This is another story for you inside the Guardian Post. The next one, now the Independent Observer, we say code certifies 20 soldiers in IT skills. And Dr. Samura Kamara from technocrat to techno-politician. This is another story for you inside the Independent Observer. Calabash newspaper and the next paper we say NCRA encourages foreign nationals to acquire non-national ID card latest 1st May 2022. 2023 and Orange 2022 CSR annual report impressive. And you as well get President Bio chair AU's immunization discussion and highlight importance of foundational learning. Alfred Peter Conte questions PPRC. This is another story for you inside this edition of the Calabash newspaper. Well, now all of this we get inside the program for you this morning for let we discuss things them we actually get to do with the front page of the different newspaper them. Well, like all time, let's just take this short break and we come back with the guest them in the next seconds for let we discuss the issues them with inside the program this morning.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow dey lick, especially when dem cook.
All right, welcome back. You still the watch Progress right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We actually get two guests that we don't join inside the program. For we talk about the different issues that we don't come up na the program today. You get one we get Cecil Cole Showers. We as well as senior journalist. We don't join we this is not the second time we don't join we inside the program. For we discuss different issues them inside the program and in the demand for Guardian Post newspaper. And we as well get Martha Kagbo inside don't join inside the program. Of course, and get one online program. We in a senior journalist as well, a trainer, and get one online program we then call a backcore. Yeah, the program in him are really they in love with. Well,
thank you very much.
There are 2 days inside the program we tweet today for let we discuss issues them we actually get to do with the different newspaper them. And Cecil, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, Leo, and good morning, viewers and listeners.
Okay, so we not waste any more time. We go straight to the different issues the way we actually get inside the program this morning, and we as well start with the first paper. I'll just still one can be the first paper we will get inside the program. Of course, the Guardian Post 19 at the screen. So we start with them, and the Guardian Post get this big banner headline. We say Mama Salon deserves God-fearing leader. Yeah, so what's in this story reporting? Cecil.
Yeah, thank very much, Aliu. We all know, we don't get multi-party election for the past 20 to 20-something years, and the leaders them who they get, country they get. You and me know say there's an issue, there's a problem. So now the publication they try for talk say it's high time we need for seek God intervention. For like direct Sierra Leoneans them, for let we try for elect somebody with a God fearing. Because if we get a God fearing leader, I don't believe say we for go all that kind of problem with the face of the country in terms of the poverty, inflation the rise up, struggle the healthcare is a sham, education, of course you might say education is a little better. Infrastructurally, electricity as it's present date. Internet connection. There are several other things them we believe we need for ask God intervention before we go to this June election. And we have the intervention of the Almighty God. I don't think we could continue for the same narrative, the same problem we get. We just go 5 years come, we go back for go vote, another 5 years come back, we went there to go and vote. Because without any sober-minded leaders. But we need a God-fearing leader, to be honest with you.
You know, this one, a link with one particular statement of a president. You know, I listened to one time, I think it was 2 years ago, during independence prayer in a status, where he say, Sierra Leoneans, they actually need to ask God for a leader we get the country at heart, a leader we actually want to move the country forward. You know, this make I begin for asking myself a question. Always I ask that question there. This not the leader we get, and we vote him in because we feel say he actually get the country at heart for let's take we forward. For say in not to that kind of leader we really ready for take the country forward, we make it ask we for pray for leader for that. What do you make up of that statement like that?
Yeah, just imagine. You forget the old president Timberlake for say we need for seek the intervention of God. For elected leaders them. So that tells you say there is a big problem. Yes, indeed, we have interreligious council, we have religious leaders them, but you can agree with me say, 80 to 90% of these we religious leaders them, they don't be converted to politics. You know, when you go to the mosques, when you go to the churches them, it's all about politics. Politicians now they don't make the house of God as a kind of politics ground. We have the reverends them, the pastors. We have the imam, the sheikh. They're really afraid, for speak truth to power. But when you go in countries like Nigeria, like Ghana, you see man of God, then openly they challenge leaders them, the presidents them. But when you come to Sierra Leone, it's a different narrative. I don't know if the poverty rate really above at these parts of the world or whatever. But it's difficult for let you go for anywhere you go, na churches or mosques, you see preacher man them that they speak truth to power. 80% of women of God, they don't be converted into politics. If you are not red, you are green. If you are not green, you are red. So I mean, so the politician and now they're not some of these women of God and serious again. You understand? They're not taking any serious again. Because when they go to church, they begin throw them up, begin give them all the money they want. At the end of the day, until go donate, say, okay, on behalf of my family and this, I will give so money. I will give 10 million. I will give 20 million. I mean, so just tell me, how you able for good talent kind people and they say this is not the way you should go to people. This and this are so for good Saladians them. And with the sheep there, you call them with the congregation them, we have nothing to else but also to the line of these women of God them. Because if you spiritual leaders, they're afraid for talk to politicians. So what about you now, you the congregation? How are you able for communicate to them?
All right.
So this is a serious problem.
Interestingly, I not ever do hear yet we leaders them, you know, they stand up this BNTM for say, Mr. President or you ministers, then this thing that they do, you know, wrong. Like I'm with you inside Martha. Martha, what do you make up of this particular, you know, headline from the Guardian Post where say Mama Salon deserves God-fearing leaders?
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning to the listeners and viewers from online across the globe. Me a Presbyterian Christian. We practice a Presbyterian, the American Presbyterian kind of doctrine, complete fairness of God, and then you therefore live by waiting you say or waiting you believe in the Bible. If you believe in the Bible, we own Christianity, no level at you church going, say where you didn't at church, you just did the practice, but you therefore practice an outside. So coming to Sierra Leone, I get the point, a lot of points from Cecil. Coming to Sierra Leone, I personally not believe say God get problem with you. Now we have problems with say God not get problem with we. Waiting if I do for we, he don't do he don't make the country, he give you all the minerals them, he give you the season, them rain, dry season, harmattan, he give you that, and then it makes sure say the plenty power in our wall and flop, not so Christian in Paknaya. So we for be level headed for things. This we need God intervention. I'm not a deny. Me, at the time, my best to do me personal prayers thrice a day, personally on my own, for stay away and pray 3 times a day. Apart of like with morning devotion or pray with my families, no, that it can be addition. If I say we pray activities that can be like 6 or 7 or more times a day. So, but I don't believe say, even with that prayer, I got to do within the right for let God bless that prayer. When in the ordained leaders in this country, if they are Christian, or when they swearing leaders, if they are Christians, they bring in pastors. If they are Muslims, they bring in imam or sheikh for do all them prayer then day. And there is no point in time where we'll ever say somebody old Bible lip and take oath if for them die, or old Quran they take oath if for them die. Say this person God don't vex and this leader here, so God don't vex for this country. No, let's face the reality. We get here people them we just believe say then they use religion for their own good. When it cannot camp and can, they go say a call, say inter-religious council. In fact, now I don't want to because they are not even considered. When the president one prayer recently, go call Nigerian pastor for can pray for her. So the situation don't even worse. So not only when intention when thinking don't camp and can, maybe or when they want forget away with certain things. Well, I'll call inter-religious council, Namora guarantors, let them say country, or let them can talk to people there, or let them advocate to people there, let peace stay, let them go take vaccine, let all man stay away from each other. So we like they use religion for we own good. Even with that, God not vex because these pastors they all know them thing about them go come, when them politicians and call them and go come, they man there them go come, then pray if they give them small then give them something and go, but God not kill them for that too. So God not get a problem with me. We don't use religion for we own benefits, not so even for the glory of God where it's supposed to be. And we not understand by the truth. Me, a Christian, I believe in Christianity for everything I do. In life I live, I will born picking, I will marry one day. all will be with Christianity. But I also believe, say, as an African, the day we will go begin take with traditional leaders, then we African tradition people for can begin take oath na office. This country dey change. Salomon the famous man business pass God business. I tell you.
And now you don't begin share. You don't begin share me view where I always don't tell people and say we need them because Sasano they go. You know get there.
Yes, I used to talk about God. Able pray God girl and but you call me man business. They afraid you.
Okay, but it go reach them. Then we even politicize the man business now because all my man go on for begin getting young cake now.
Then you see some people that day where you talk certain things as you talk about man business, then begin looking some kind of funny eye. But not to say they're not dependent on and if I'm man business, better one. So the day they say this person don't win election, we go take one. Now maybe we go for make sure say the traditional leaders business he work well and so maybe don't start a former president with all due respect to him. So like we get them people then take one part and say can't swear in this person, you don't win. Say if he divert cause, say not for this country, you know, for a personal benefit, so you cover, they do corruption, they cover and people for corruption. Like naka, like when they say that they knock person, they swear in. They also swear in the other cause where you say anybody where they count you mercy for come because the leader go out work well. That's not the other thing about leadership.
So I'll tell you one thing I think say we the people need for do. Actually for now they're not good one, but I think say we the people need for do one. We need for stand up when they don't swear in, they don't go. We need for stand up and say if this person here in your interest now for impersonal or if people or for can corrupt and cover people them, let God make lightning and thunder not let from it work. I believe in that.
Well, they're not just that. We self as a people, you will get some time and the people will go talk to you genuinely. And once they come into office, they become confused. It's not all about themselves. You will see people and they do all and say, now so no more, you go see the president, you get for go see the president, you get for do something, you know. So as you talk so, the president agree. As you make so, the president they believe in you. So then say don't go manipulate. So you also they look at that and they say, when they make the medicine for let the president they swear say let Akekecha or let Africa power catcher as the mistake. Also make it medicine for the one way anybody where don't go make manipulation for can mix up this president. Who side they make the manipulation for with this president, for this vice president, this honorable, this mayor, this chairman, this councillor, this director, this minister, let Nakle as well instantly. Because now two-way thing the president will cast 6 weeks of office instead don't mix up and box up. But you got the other man, I don't dare in several places and in Guardian everywhere. I go see the president empty once. Well, I say we're waiting for do when I go buy gifts for the president. I say I'm not sure that's right for especially in an open scene to go buy. No, not so you go do. What you go do? You say for go make like African. Because as we talk, let the president take care. Actually, you don't see the president, so because when you don't get that opportunity, there you go see all the president. You get for make sure say anything, tell life for one. When the president see you, he asks for change. So again, God not get problem with you. Now we get problem with yourself.
I love that.
And let we check. Not only church, this other part where they can't talk, and this one I don't talk about African part. Not only church in doctrine, now my person I believe. So let we also go consider as an African, not as a Christian, as an African, why God make all of these things they exist around me. They return for the ignorant publicly, hypocritically. Then when we then a corner one for use them for bad, not for even good. Let we think about how we bring in this African spirit. So they say, let God help we, let God. God don't help we done. But is it people that they use the African spirit for let the help not work? So God for use the African spirit for let the help work.
Thank you.
Let me view that one day.
Okay, I'm actually.
I know critical.
No, you know, other people could be very much critical about what you say, you know. But for me, I share your view. Like with Cecil inside. Cecil, in just 2 minutes before we go to another issue, what do you think about the view as well? Where Martha lay?
I don't know if we can recall during the Koma administration. There's a senior man of God we did in this country as up till last week.
So the guy is
Usa and involved this currently in Eastern Police. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said there is a popular man of God. There is a popular man of God when a senior man of God we did this country up to Nigeria. We and he was this so.
Okay, so sorry.
Can
I
you
think
imagine say
you are
that
following the
particular
use the
person?
count. Wait, you are following the use the count with negative feedback. So if you just use the ordinary phone, it can better.
You hear me now?
Yes, clear.
Yeah, I said there is a popular man of God we them be defensive, we them want for relocate leaders them. You know what say a whole man of God. Them one try for negotiate who say anniversary so for turn anniversary as a trade center like for market two money for sell away them. If not for intervention of awogas them. Sometimes by now anniversary for be don't turn as a whole market. It is a senior man of God. So that tells you say I believe say he could not get a kickback or he could not assure the president say but don't worry Yana will get that place there. So what am I saying here? Like I said earlier, I don't know if not a poverty or a sycophancy or some of the people. Of course, they know the word. They know the word of God, and the Bible talk and say you need to speak truth to your leader. If you're a man of God, you need to tell your leaders them, tell them true. I mean, I'm afraid when you go tell your congregation will take you serious. Let us call anyone man of God. We don't come out openly and condemn certain things them where they go in the country. None. I mean,
that one the crisis where we say presently in Nigeria, they see men of God and they come out, then they talk about the candidates that will get potential for lead this country. But I say this
challenge president. Can you imagine? But yeah, in Sierra Leone, they give us. We've not been seeing that. And it's very, very sad.
Then say a pipeline development, so they no need for critical about the problem.
Nobody took the line of Salon pastors them.
A partner in development is a partner in crime.
Yeah. So can you imagine? They're not ever from since Pakaba in time up to Jesus Father in time. We're not getting any man of God. Look at what's happening in the country. Think they go from bad to worse. And these are the role as a leader, as the head of the church, as religious leader, for speak truth to power. Tell them say, but this way they do so not fine. This way they do so not fine. But all what they're concerned for, they're calling a state house. Where things we don't go worse now. When they look for say they watch this no way. Okay, not calling the religious council. And they are the last point of call. And when they're supposed to be the first point of call. But now the government they take them as book sneaker. I will left them all ready for the self for them. You know, you can see now shamelessly now, the big on the radio now, the gay talk say this and that. But they have never seen that it for Pakaba time. When we get sense, we begin to follow issues there. We not see any man of God. We don't openly. I mean, just speak truth to power, not to see the condemn. Tell them, say, but I want to the mission at this country, ABC, and this is not right.
Then go lost the membership, then they're offering and go drop.
Yeah, exactly. When you go to the churches, all what they preach is prosperity. Prosperity. But for some of them talk, say, waiting they go so not fine. Look at the human rights issue where they happen at the country from years back. You know, they ever seen any man of God come and condemn her. So, I mean, it's very sad.
All right, and continue for the part of the program. This now progress on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. You know, let me go now. The biggest issue we waiting at the floor now the issue of the APC flag bearer. You know, but before we go to the issue of the flag bearer, I just want to comment quickly on this issue of Kamarainba. Kamarainba, they don't actually send her finally to jail. Well, they don't sentence her now to 32 years. They say for do 17 years in confinement for sexual penetration. So, what you now take on this Kamarainba issue? Essentially, I know the last day we get a different view on this, and we will talk, and you actually expect for the release, right?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, the last week Tuesday, I can tell you say, I was expecting this, but I don't expect say the sentence. I mean, it will be so kind of way like this. You know, there's a little bit of controversy in this sentence in judgment with them, because as I talk to you right now, up to now the law officers department, they up to now they not issue out. I mean the rulings where there is a lot of speculation between media practitioners them. because we all know say when the case they still can come up, the judgment they can let them out to the public. But as they talk to you up to now, the judgments not go to the public case. Where they open rooms of suspicion, they make rooms of speculation. We don't know if it was 17 years, we don't know if it was 32 years. But according to what I talked to Kamarainba, my lawyer, when one of the legal representative, when I have Life Safar, he tell me outrightly say then go appeal, then go for appeal. But you and I know the kind of bottlenecks that this with judiciary. When they go count that appeal, when they go fast track that case. I mean, like I said the last time, the man is a die man.
Yes.
I mean, the guy is seriously suffering. He's a really die man. We all know. I mean, when they talk for appeal, so until they don't call the appeal, say they 1 to 2 years time. And the man, he urgently need medical attention. You understand? Let me forget. I mean, all waiting and charge them for. I mean, of course, it not find out law book them in terms of teenage. I mean, for tamper with underage guard, blah blah blah, those sort of thing. If not Trump charges now, if not make up story now, I mean, we don't know. But according to Safa Abdullah, he say, the sentence is unprecedented. I mean, it really lets down with that particular sentence there. But again, there is a room for suspicious with media practitioners there, because up to now they not give out the judgment to the public case.
So the lawyer of instance not see the judgment it. How the public will see him? The lawyer self complains say not see it because it need for see him before he appeal.
So that's actually the intricacy of the case, the complexity of the case. I don't know why it also be different. Other cases, when they take judgment, before the judgment they go out, they don't let it out to the public. It didn't allow officials department. It didn't have problem. But yeah, it comes now, we put eyes on it. So a lot of room for speculation and this and that.
So waiting at the speculation.
Yeah, I mean, like just I don't say. Because lawyers this year unprecedented.
And plenty people they link up to politics rather than the case success where he actually say where they say commit.
Yeah, we all know say just like I said the last time, we all know say Kamarainba be the chairman and leader for United Democratic ADP, All Alliance Democratic Party, and in the build up to the 2018 election, we see the kind of rifts we can between him and LEONE, the current Deputy Minister of Trade, Aissata, and Aissata, you and I know say he don't cross over to the SLPP, but she's still a member of the ADP. And we all see now the SLPP convention have been to money. We openly ADP are one of the political party them where they say they endorse President Bio for his second term in office. And you and I know say if Kamarainba for be alive, they kick around. I mean, I can't see anything for happen. So that I mean, don't just read a line. We don't read around the kind of complexity of the case and the political gap where the thing don't below. So she I can't say that.
All right. Martha, you're an advocate, you're a woman at the same time, you don't follow this particular case. What thing you take on the ruling? Up till now, people don't even know what's in the ruling. They don't even see it. Like Showers on, they say, this paper actually, Calabash, they carry 17 years. Another paper, they carry 32 years. So they're not even clear of how many years they even sentenced to jail for. Martha?
So start with, sorry. No idea.
Okay.
So start with, I think the speculation around the sentence, possibly now because of how they can say first time offender, it will do 1 year, it will do 1 year for 2 years. So if the sentence and say 32 years, it might end up for 17 and all of that. I think that's the speculation, but I think for Clearam, it's good that the judiciary for don't release the judgment, and that should have been immediately after the judges themselves don't pronounce that. So some few things. One specifically, again for do it, the lawyer waving the Supreme Court case about the PR system is the lawyer for Kamarainba. That's Emmanuel, our good friend. He's a very good friend of the media. So now the same lawyer. And we really be technical about the case. We all know how things we don't go about evidences, the kind where evidences were presented. I not go anyway they can say for contempt. I not go further.
Yeah, but we just the case done for now.
But how things be the twist? There were a lot of twists around the evidence of the case. Where we make a lot of people in CM, including myself, as he has been political. There were a lot of twists.
So tell me about the twist. What did we actually be around the twist?
It therefore do with age. It get for do with age.
Yeah, at
the
one
age
point
of
they
this
say 15
lady.
years, then later say na 19 or almost years.
Yes, before that. Then from the background of even the case, it was even if you go dig deep.
So we get the nurse, for example, we been come and testify. We say because when picking up begin doing mommy and daddy business, they need to get prevention.
Captain Ban.
Yeah, Captain Ban.
So
So
this pikin
the time where the
pikin
say then do mommy and daddy business with them. So the time where he put Captain Ban are two different terms. So mean say if you don't begin do mommy and daddy business long ago, but that's not only the issue. The age now is very much critical.
Now the age very much critical. So the age to start with now it gets a very big complication. They want the way go look people. And also man sabi look post telling age, but also we all good at that. I think sometimes for me as a media practitioner, I can sometimes listen to people and know say this person a mature somebody, this person a younger person or old person. So the age now been something been very critical and not being consistent. And for lawyers, if it's anything not consistent, you know, for allow it become anything tangible for give ruling acts. Point number one. Then you also therefore talk about the drama between the family for good testimony. Because the whole thing was this speaking gets a family, the one the way born him, he can't do to an auntie. So during the time he can't do to an auntie, and the time can get a relationship with Kamarainba. So by the time the family they know, they assume say Kamarainba don't pour so much money for this auntie. So now I know more the benefits, benefit. So they make demand from reliable source. They make demand from Kamarainba, where Kamarainba not be mixed up. So that's waiting lead for make the go make reports. As they go make reports na police, they notify IG Sovola. And IG Sovola self, being who he is, the people's, inform the other people them. We make it in the seat. And maybe for pleasing other people, we make it in the seat. So based on that, it get for make them charges. So now because of the easy way make the charges and come on, you see say the complication around the evidences being plenty, the changes, the inconsistency to the specific. But one thing where I go one for say the ruling has been given. And again, the lawyer for we win that Supreme Court matter, Naina Kamarainba a lawyer. They say they appeal. So I don't know the system, if the system will pave way for this particular matter.
Okay,
But now looking at the political angle quickly, where I not go hesitate for say and where I want to say, one of the things that we SFP seem for feel good about, where for me very, very bad. They no longer any sober opposition. We don't criticize them consistently within these 5 years. And I'm sure Nana be keep former President Kuma on his toes. Where you get an opposition, the way they criticize you, they keep you on your toes. I mean, certain thing that you will be able to check yourself and balance and all of that. Because opposition only they criticize based on public interest. Where even sometimes the NSSF not get the capacity for handle as we don't see now. The bulk of the thing the way SFP grumble and talk about is quite different when they are now in power. So Kamarainba na be one strong force. The APC na be other one who be supposed to don't be on that, but they always with the head. And the third person na be KKY when I disappointment to the nation was like it was pursuing its selfish interest, a personal goal and all of that. So that means the one sad thing where them feel say good for them. And one sad thing about the SFP where they no longer any strong or consistent opposition where don't they criticize objectively what thing they do. There is no form of criticism presently in the country, even as media practitioners. Sometimes they do self-censorship.
We don't get this very clear. From even APA don't come out and tell we say they only need one bag guess for later able for support the government and for win anything.
Yeah. That's very much clear. And like I say, even we SSF, they do self-censorship on written at the talk because we're afraid we don't get so much report about people being killed in accidents, in drinks, poison, and all of them thing in day because they are this and they are saying that. So for me, Kamarainba like really God give a long life, whatever will be for be in the future. It's politics still. Season might just like now they still get a matan where they already into match. So you don't know if things change or power changes, or even if power not changes, or how the SFP mood would be if they win again. So let's pray let God get a long life. But we all know say there were a lot of twists and inconsistencies in the evidence given in the courts.
All right.
Now that big up inconsistency. A lot of inconsistency that even the soldier where they say get the hotel na Kono, we all see which happened with him. Yeah, the guy was forced. Yeah, I mean, for big statement, the statements we make like police, we can accord. I mean, not all the carries. I mean, there are lots of this interplaying, this and that and this. I mean, certain things they will not call it by their names. You know, I mean, we all know what happened with the senseless rebel war. We think rebel war that happened at the country. And one of the TRC recommendation, I mean, and the judiciary the point at. You understand it? And when they see the kind of states in the judiciary. You understand it? If we not get a sober-minded judiciary, irrespective the current administration, they try, or there are certain cases that the way judiciary for me are political. You know, for me, very apolitical. Look like what happened. I mean, just like after APC convention yesterday, we then see Samura Kamara win. We see, I mean, the ruling for this.
So if that be the case, I think we need to switch into that issue, the quick one, because the biggest issue that.
Now, quickly before we switch into Ali.
Okay.
And one thing they were the judiciary for. Or people the way they work within the legal sector for be mindful of presently about their credibility and their stake. So last week we see the double twist on the APC convention should go on and not go on. Fisher is saying this and Boni is saying this. So we see how the twist all things take place. Now, you know what people they do? People they go on court with cases there. They're not they go for what we know. And so they go for precedence. They don't say no more, it's all right. So just setting precedents. In the future, those precedents is what the judiciary is also going to rule on or going to determine their judgment on. So you see how we get for it brings credibility down completely. Now people they ask them one day, Honorable Abdul Kago and JFK they go court. They say no, we went to court for precedent. So you know even go court for win. And then saying it's where they need them go for the go court. Even ordinary people say no, we'll go court no more. Let court say na so. Because tomorrow self go make, because therefore tell say yes na so. Whether they bad for our system. I see yesterday the US ambassador they get meeting with CJ. Say the role where the judiciary can play and free and fair election. So they therefore be conscious about how they manage the state. They are part of the state managers. So let's proceed to the next.
Yeah, look, just take a look. What's happened? This new injunction we will pass, and if not for the intervention of the international community, something different will probably talk, will probably happen. Say would happen right now. You understand it? Because the whole convention, one of the major political opposition parties in the country, and without APC and SLPP, any given election, now election is not credible. You understand it? And look, how many months left to election? Now match with the council now. Less than 3 to 4 months left to election. Look the kind of tickets we want play. If not for the intervention of the international community, by now something a different tool for the Elena McKinney and other parts of the country. So the judicial will be very apolitical. I mean, serve the people and justly. You guys have been paid by taxpayers' money, not to personal.
Then for the take action, they wouldn't know the repercussion. No make like say they use the law no more for say this. You can use the law for say this, but if that law there, that's the way don't do now, don't can bring trouble in a country. I think people and still they forget their role and their responsibility there, and how it get for tell on them, not just people run after it. So what will be then get for call you. What would they talk so something be from all they talk? Then get for call we for go answer. As far as I'm concerned for now, I will think I don't express my view. But waiting at the impact of that view. So likewise, then get for say yes, this man a country where they manage itself. Yeah, you want to use the law for make and escape it, but this is not the impact. So people go first time. We don't see other countries, then call journalists them, now Kenya and others, and Rwanda, then charge media people. Likewise, you they work na court, not for an exemption, so you get a rule for escape when problem be. You know, these are the issues.
Okay, let's look at this paper. This paper is still linked to this court because the court is very important. You know, TRC talk about the court, the European Union talk about the court. You know, a lot of people, the role where the courts play in other countries, we see how independent some of them can be. Although they can say they're not totally independent, but they play their role. Look at this paper, the Nature newspaper. The Nature get this headline say, finally, or final ruling today for Samura Kamara and 5 others. This one whose case?
Now that case where Samura don't left office no more. Where don't left office, they will charge her for her.
another chancery matter, and not today. They don't defer back to do the inconsistency where they play. Yesterday in the morning hours before 11 to 12, there was a press release say they will get a ruling today. Just after 3 to 4 o'clock yesterday back, another press release it will be on Thursday. So you see,
because then see later engage with for common do.
Yes, you don't need for going to school. Send me the say some kind of gibberish thing that they happen at the country. You don't need for tell you. You don't put first press release in the morning in the afternoon, but people another press release. No, we don't let for
Cecil, we don't put press release in the morning. Say ruling today. After we don't come out of it today, but I had a couple of press. We have for the able for fall events and. We have for able to calculate how events they unfold and how they collide within themselves. You know, first of all, they anticipate that this judgment for don't come before even the convention.
Yes.
And if it didn't come before even the convention, me and you know at the judgment. Then now, I bet you not go talk now for contempt of court, but I bet you it's feeling when me and you get to share after this conversation with the live, if you share one on one, let me tell you, anything me I used to therefore say it reflects on that judgment next tomorrow. Yeah. So we get for able to calculate. Some say aliens and they pretend as if they don't even know, they don't even understand. But we know, we understand. We know it's in the come out. So we just don't know more. The thing more just don't say, let the show go on. The show must go on.
Yeah. Sure.
So now they can say the hour they play.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
So even I believe say no wonder I believe say the international community they don't forget serious engagement with the power that's be and the leadership of judiciary. So that makes sure they defer and so to Thursday. So there are serious consultation they carry on now from now to tomorrow. Just no more. I mean, it's premeditated. Me back can tell you so Sam now ABC and the happen. And so the will come. I don't need to go to that court. You don't premeditate and say
I'm sure they're going to gather them thoughts around the peace of this country, around peace and democracy. That's the only thing they can do. Because it was clear. Me, I don't know, like way at the personal assistant, say them be the course inside so they call me, say my kaka do them the course inside because we pass once to speak. Anyway, but it left for people then for making judgment about why I pass one to the street or the tell why I pass one to the street or what's my involvement to the cost of them the cost inside place. But I'm very sure at this time then they didn't take into consideration the peace and stability of this country.
You know,
I'm
this
very
guy,
sure.
this brilliant
It passed every other thing what they do.
This brilliant lawyer, Augustine Soyi Sembemara, you know, he been tweet one day. He said, not to forsake some things they're not legal, but you get for look at how it will save the nation. So let you take certain decisions.
You know, it's one of the consistency Iranians I get expect for. In order, and then a Renaissance movement, then stand up against the things that we former president they do, then shouted against them. It was so loud that time. And when government, especially can take over, you see a lot of them be where they get government opportunities, contracts, and jobs. And it continue for stand up. Even when you say your Renaissance there on a mess, it move out and continue.
Let's just read exactly what he say. It go nice. Let we get a taste of what exactly he say. Let's project them and let people them see him. This is exactly what he tweet. He said there is what is called institutional forbearance in governance studies. It go before and explain what they mean. He say now where state institution them they get certain power, but they for know when and how they for able for exercise that power they. He say some things and they're really lawful. He say but it's not helpful. He say functional government and opposition now the two sides of democracy. This is exactly what he talk, and it's not different from what we see so right now, right?
Of course, and I had a situation.
This are the man back way they don't hold for contempt. Perhaps you don't forget you apologize publicly in a court. Just for this in tweets there.
We therefore continue it in practice, my brother. But as long as in level of consistency not change.
Yeah, but still it's still consistent. I mean they do the kind of things and this country now, the way you talk it to, then they try for gag you down, for silence you, and for do all kinds of things. But I believe say posterity will judge. You know, if these guys are doing it good for those people, for us, I mean posterity will judge. If they want to try for CC, because all of them picking and not in also 90% of the picking they outside overseas than the land book. But we only forget to pick and they didn't also we need good for this country also. God will see me through. But 80% of them, the one who they take decision in this country, but all of the children they're out of this country, and the school overseas, they go college overseas from taxpayers' money. Not of the money, taxpayers' money. The 1,000 they pay, who they go buy fuel, this and that, and that money they use for pay them, for take care of them and the families and it. Posterity will judge. Well, we don't see past leaders in this country, we don't see at the end.
Okay, Martha, get this small bit to another thing, yeah? This paper we then call Daybreak get this big banner headline we then put. It basically say, la put some people them see this now wetin Daybreak say. He say as APC get flag bearer, sleepless night for SLPP. Which SLPP they now pan sleepless night?
Well, it's politics. You know the kind of fighting we don't do at the APC, where the allegations and SLPP involvement and all of that. And I'm very sure Daybreak developed this headline based on the social media reaction during the APC convention. You know, we get a set of people within our social media, and so it's specific, I guess, for cities. The most of them are SLPP supporters or government employees where they sympathize with it. Then they social media, they night lambasting people, then go they cause people them for share review, then go they attack APC people them. So we still say they bought so many people there. Like Twitter was practically empty. I remember Twitter they are coming and speak. Where I come out, I see people them still they go. Me not be able to go anywhere. I see people them still they go McKinney. Some they I can't trust. I see the place still empty. Even where I can around Cambuskis area, say to Moriton. So I very much sure say themselves go don't go sit down, they think about all this thing. Because let me tell you, elections you go, you come, therefore count it tempo. Who in tempo higher, it likely to snatch it all. So I believe
when they say the election not to social media. But let's give you one scenario quickly. You know,
but people then they use social media now.
I'll just tell you this thing. We been stream SLPP then convention. The one where they do now Bintu Mani. You know, this now a practical thing. I watch SLBC, then TV, where they on Facebook. You know they get like more than 200 where they watch them. You watch AYV, you know, if you get 200, you know they get 300 people where they watch them. You watch we own platform where we sell been the stream them, you know they even pass 150 where they watch them. You understand? But when you get this convention, then there are thousands of people then. Is it because they just want to see what did it happen, or just they actually want to see how the whole thing will end? What do you feel say make most people get interest on APC and not the SLPP as it intended for be?
All of these things, it counts. Let nobody not fool you. Me not believe say the pooling station or the pooling booth in on social media. It not they be. But it counts. It a show interest. It shows interest. Why you go get time for look down there, you not get time for look down there? Why you go get megabytes for buy for look for down there, you not get megabytes for buy for look for down there? It shows public interest. Yesterday you see a leaked screenshot of First Lady be the watcher Samura Kamara in stuff.
Yes.
So it tell you say now public interest. So now outside people and get so much interest for now they pay attention to. So let people not begin count social media out. No way. Now we all
this
traditional
issue
media
of the First Lady, for example, we make mention of so. Now the reason this way make most people they when a big personality not they watch, you know, them things then they on Facebook because then they see them. But when you go into YouTube, they not they see you that except you comment.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, that's why for Ebako I not go YouTube. Sierra Leoneans then Facebook popular amongst we. That's where we are. Majority of Sierra Leoneans Facebook popular amongst we. So if you think say, well, not just social media, and people they not mix, but now then they go cause people on social media. Now then they go intimidate people on social media. So if people they go back on social media, not just social media.
Like out you briefly. Something that will happen with me personally now this platform. You know, we for been do collaboration with one other channel. You know, whereas we for been get like the director of communication in the State House, FLAGBEARER, and me for be one of the presenters of the show. But because one day we do we program na ya we na Blue Mind, and then he come on the show, come with in tempo for come like you know funny. You know where person the car with in zeal. You want just come funny the thing, make as if you know they talk anything sensible. We listen to them, and then we ask him a few questions, then we not ever answer, then he left back he go. Now, I for be part of this program, where me for be one of the presenter for the program. Because of Afodede, he say if me did it, and not they come the program. So not on me show, so I decide for step down, then it come. When it come, the things the way it talk na the program, a lot of people just vex that, you know, it say them things that they, because plenty people consider say which they talk now just propaganda or
The time
lies.
they look for a leeway outside the car, I can't talk. If we talk, nobody not check them.
Exactly.
And me and you two on journalism, or we three way now, we all almost started together.
Yes.
We not train that journalism, so how they create platform for let us in can't talk free talk and get away.
Well,
So
well
they
we
always
see
look
I'm
for
saying
that
all over the
platform,
social
they
media.
not
So
check
the
for
social
things.
media counts as well. So Showers, now take you back to this page. This headline will get say sleepless nights for the SLPP. What do you yourself think?
Yeah, you get with all the shenanigans where we see happen in the build up to the APC convention, and we all see the petition, counter petition, the meddling of the PPRC. I mean the courts vis-a-vis. See the 9 minutes, the Friday we all see the injunction we come up. Just no more for me the convention will go on. I mean they will be thinking, they'll be scratching their head. You know, because this like passing with 2018 election, you see the kind of tense with the election be there. Irrespective na
So that they not sabi am. Then go don't sabi am.
walk in the street of Freetown, when you engage people in public, public transportation, you go to the
Oh, man,
market,
they
you go
grumble.
to this attire business. I mean, people are despondent, I mean, people are not happy.
All man they
look
grumble.
like one,
All man they grumble.
look like one funny thing. I take commercial vehicle last week at the Komawu. Instead of somebody vehicle for Kana Wellington. So there is this fire so communication ensue. Yes. So people that they talk say the past say, but this government don't work. Oh my goodness. But it passed over 30 people that we descend on that party. The small bits that party there for one this for don't beat them. Pass when that guy went for park, it makes that party candle. And this is where they happen on a daily basis. It happen on a daily basis.
So
And then
something
people
that
just
we
go
are
dey
notice
listen am.
Showers. Most people now they afraid for talk, but that don't mean say they not get waiting in at the heart for vote.
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
are
yeah,
afraid,
that's
arrest and all of that. Some of the things I know, some of the things I go want to say, I will hesitate for say and now. And it's so
Yes.
sad because I've been so much, the mic be so much louder during President Kuruma. We could last for them, we do talk. Blah, blah, blah. Well, now you look at the kind where people then go, they die by accidents, people then go, they die in a hospital, people then food poisoning, drink poisoning, some of them even pray for socialize because we cannot talk small. Also, the couple they talk that they talk small, they pray for go
Yeah,
socialize.
sure.
So you get all of these issues. People then get a lot of things
Yeah.
to say, but they are afraid. You notice some man don't say now, you know, to not go vote, which
Yes.
is bad.
Yeah.
Because let people then talk, they say, then go vote against me, then you know they talk. But now you see nobody not talk, then go vote against you. Just say, ask yourself
Okay,
question.
back out this thing for now quickly. Something the way I notice, you know, during President Kuruma in term, where we can call caretaker now, a lot of people they protest when they go out of the country. Massive number they come up for protest against them.
Now
But
they get jobs so right now.
Yes, now they're not the protest against them massively. You know why? Plenty people want for come inside the country, then they scared say, if they can't see me and protest, then go do this to me, then go do this to me. All of them things. So you get forget protest vote And people now that silent vote they get for vote. Even when they go come out and dance for you, they're waiting. But lots of people they get for the scared, but they get for vote because nobody know
the one that we danced last week for Gento, you not see, or week before last for Gento, you not see them they talk and say 100,000 one polo. Forget 100,000, I mean a lot. Think stronger.
You know, it didn't one of the paper.
100,000.
It didn't one of the paper.
100,000.
Yes, Charles.
Gento is a desperate man. Yeah, I say Gento is a desperate man. They will teach him lesson. He's a very desperate man. He's in the finance. He has the money. He has everything. Well, I mean, they will teach him lesson. Yeah, law moves, sir.
So on this same Gento in thought,
I don't think the Gento desperate. I want for the power.
Yeah, let's just give you this.
Gento in desperation, not for power. Gento in desperation are for please the powers that be. Because I don't think Gento instead go sleep find a week, find a gap, he say one be mayor, he thinks that be possible.
Yeah.
So I think just they do one for please the powers that be. Usai go down get to want to, they don't sign, they want to. But the money now the people they get and we go come to the people.
Look this headline where they break take. Yeah, and showers. They say 10 Leon and 1 Polo, like Berewa like Gento. And Gento na been Berewa in Bobo.
Yeah, I said the same thing last week over the talk. The same thing. Because I Bobo I make one of Berewa, so I just say pretty call of her. You know, and as in deep down you have to remember the times in quiet time or where they sleep. You go recall that kind of thing and why am I spending all this kind of money? What's going on? I mean, my
and Ali, back to that headline where you say SLPP people and Shiva for Samura or whatever. I don't know what exactly the headline, but sleepless night. I believe that 100%. Now, everything now within themselves, them in the campaign say Samura the campaign for FLAGBEARER. All man they put in banner there across the city. Wait, me not go outside Freetown all this while. All man they put in banner them inter-party campaign. Also intra-party campaign, intra-party, not so inter-party. So all man they campaign to themselves. Automatically, we just see SLPP just pull them banner them, Mother and June there. They don't put, if you the worker like where they come all Western, like from that hill station, IMAT or Ilko Junction, you don't see they don't put all over. They can Congo Kosote Lomley. They don't put them banner now, they don't begin for campaign. So I just believe the headline is right. Just kind of in mind for saying that headline correct.
So don't look at
based on that event.
Showers, you want to say something, please?
Yeah. In terms of the banner, because we all say we announced and the ways that mean safe way he announced Gento as like, because when you talk about democracy, we all know say the SLP people they try for talk say they are more than Catholic than the Pope. In terms of democracy, they are more practicing democracy than the other political party. But when the president be do so that was very unfortunate. You saw the power of.
And I think they condemn President Koma for former president for say they are people.
Yeah, by single-handedly announcing Gento that the candidate for mayorship. And we don't get over 5 members then from SLPP. We don't come up for mayorship. You understand it? So waiting will happen then kind of people and now. So you just go say now, and the first lady say this is a candidate. So it's like you don't usurp the power of the leadership of the party, and you just go, yeah. So it's like, I mean, what's waiting you actually for talk now? It's like the post calling the kettle black. I mean, something like that. You know, you have a party democracy, do it properly.
We actually don't come to the end, and unfortunately for Facebook people, a mistake. We not go there quick. We go like when we don't begin talk. So the paper they will read, they not actually see them, or they not hear waiting at the different story. But sorry for that, my Facebook family them. Okay. Now look at this. This one another thing. I get me your own view about this particular issue. What they can talk about so now. You know, and my own analysis based on my background as a journalist, which I don't see, based on this case where we actually don't see now the court. Look at this. They say for illegal conduct of NDC in McKinney, Alfred Peter Conte vows to drag APC to court. What do I make up of this? Another, well, basically they say, as far as it concerns the order of Justice Fisher.
It be there at the convention.
I think I'm not sure. I think it was not there. Yes. So this is the situation.
So the mind na court in case na court in the union party member na court today.
Yes.
They say go na party office, go ban convention, you na court.
He say as far as it concerns the SLPP convention, the the ruling of Justice Fisher still stand and Justice Fisher in ruling in the Dubai.
But now Justice Fisher tell them to go to convention, no?
Well, basically, what it is for talk, the convention na ITGC for the organizer and not to TM.
Yeah, I think he has a,
Now
he has
we
a
go for
point.
injunction, of course. You don't begin to tell us I mean go for
All right.
injunction.
Showers, they say something.
Yeah, I think say Alfred Peter Conte, I think say he gets a point because we all see waiting APC and do so. I think say first and foremost we need for congratulate them because for the past over 10 to 15 years, 20 years, we not see them kind of democratic thing really happen within the All People's Congress Party. And people like Alassane Doumbia, the current Secretary General of the party, if Nana select some clause or now pick clause, I don't think say Alassane Doumbia for being National Secretary General because Adi Macaulay was part and parcel of the Samura camp. You understand? So if Nana select some clause, then for video, so tell Adi Macaulay for don't be Secretary General and Lansana, where people will vote for, so it might not have been the Secretary General. You understand? But we need to congratulate them for that. Yeah, although not just a start, I mean there are lots of loopholes every day. We see Kamarainba the tweet. If you vote for these people, also these people in a foggy. I mean, you don't tell them go to them kind of thing. But so Alfred Peter Conte your issue, I think say Alfred Peter Conte he already say in the file in the go for another injunction for medical for let Justice Fisher, I mean explicitly let you explain indeed some of these here where they go. What's your argument is that now then the IGTC now then for conduct the election and not the parallel body where Justice Fisher pick for organize the election. Of course, it was not in McKinney because if we did McKinney, I mean a different thing for Apple. I mean I think say people advise them strictly say he should not go there. The likes of him, I mean the
let me come
of
to
course.
Firstly, not for the committee where Justice Fisher give the order for do the convention, do the election, do one. Not so the one the way Justice Fisher give.
No. So the one way do the election, so now the one the way be responsible for the lower level, and the one the way for do the convention proper, now the ITGC. But now look at this thing. Now look at this technical part. Maybe I don't know if I don't notice that one day. According to El Casano, where now the person where they in charge of the top man for court, yeah. He say because the view where Peter Conte share now the view where Abdul Kagbo be the share initially say no. Fisher be don't give it or go ahead, so we still go ahead, we know the stop. But the courts then come out and say no, this one way they don't give so it supersede the one way Fisher be don't give. Because this is another fresh one. And remember now the Chief Justice now in the delegate case them to different judges them. So if the Chief Justice no say this case then a court, enough for don't give other judge again. But it take a give another judge. When Justice Miata.
So that means the Chief Justice is part of the problem.
Yes. So listen this thing. Now they don't give this thing. Now not to just APC decide for let TM do the election. Now the court say let TM go ahead and organize the election.
So let the court go. Now you see now that make then they say and the diplomat they disappear. But if the court don't say go and do election, how the court will go come back? It can't stop for can do injunction. So we they come back to the same issue now. You get for big precedent.
Yes.
If the court don't say whatever for do the election, they don't do the election, they can't counter. Let the court come back and say, no, I mean, say not to me say again. I think at that point they know the Kamarainba and others, or Peter Conte and others one for the court too. So again, as I say, the court get responsibility for maintain their credibility or continue for make let people they look like funny. Right now, if you tell people they will call it, Budi, I left them one and this. You know, if you know some money and power, we control them. That's not the perception of people. I wish they be able to do any public perception about their institution, even if not online. Let them see what people they think about them.
Okay, Showers, you actually they give me a point this law of Peter Conte actually get case. Yes, me said we see this case. And interestingly, when we begin talk now, I say, hey, I don't see one problem. When a possible problem. Me via the state of say, keep that problem then not talk them at all because it will give sense. But that problem what we think of now Peter Conte take so. But when I analyze them, now na court upon court no go first sense. Because a court order as against court order. What do you think?
Well, the court correct himself, so don't get another the mind. The court don't correct himself. When the court judge say go do convention, then the court come back say no, then correct themselves say no, una go do na convention. So let them know say the court they correct himself too. Even no matter how compromise they are, but they will correct themselves.
So but the question now, Showers, the court now say let TM go and organize this thing because according to LCAS, it say they restrain ITGC not for conducting the convention.
Yeah, I mean the name LCAS is more of a politician than a civil servant. Yeah, LCAS because whenever you gonna radio, the outboards don't tell you say he's a politician, then he's more of an SFPP than in job. Yeah, than in job radio. So anytime you gonna radio, I can just switch the radio off and listen to that.
But you get for notion and they talk for the judiciary. So anything where it come out and say it is same on behalf of the judiciary.
The PRO is there was employed as somebody we did it employed as PRO, we independent, they communicate to the judiciary. He did it, he has his sideline because of tribalism. Yes. So now we get a task where they will contract from State House. From State House, they did it now, they talk politics and all of that.
We only angle that, but that's the problem with the talk about the GC. That the problem is what we talk about the GC, the flip-flopping. You know, consistency, and all my angle don't say and say now. And to be honest with you, Aliu and Martha, I mean, say what you may say. I mean, people are going to tell me, let's say, we are APC spokesperson or whatever. I mean, they say this.
But you are saying the reality. I mean, they say these things about APC now.
Yeah, they say the same thing when APC did that part. They say when SMPP stood there. So they say the same thing, so we'll not give a damn to that. But the way things are going on.
I'm not talking. Recently, somebody sent me audio. Something be happened. Something happened recently. Then the person sent me audio of I'm not able to take another. The person sent me audio of one statement so I've been made during President Nkrumah in time. So he sent me the audio. I just now me audio. He listening already. Me record. So I just laugh. Well, I've nice say you are laughing. Now you are enjoying because my government don't kind of power. Way a next video that they talk. Then now I keep quiet. So people can still get some of the audios. They can go to the records and check. I mean, let's be consistent for once. Yeah. Things are not working. They are not working. The SLPP waiting and when they condemn, they don't do worse than that. That means that you will not go hesitate for see.
And this election, so we don't say that protest mood. And the opposition right now, they'll be more sympathetic than ever than before. You understand it? And if you go now all aside some people they say, okay, I don't vote for this, I don't go vote. So vote a party, we can vote a party because a lot of people they don't go vote.
I'm disappointed now the Southeast.
Yeah, look what they do. Me back I don't go vote for that day. So I vote a party. So now I make you feel say the SLP they were very swift, they're very crafty for come with this PR system. The proportional representative system and come up with that. Because they know for say if you go with
taking accountability out of governance.
Yeah.
Taking accountability out of governance. And then go cry. Then go for cry when they can angry.
So that make my time they talk earlier say how you call it so in name Abdullah Safawi in the petition. I mean I will not be the laugh. You don't see that back now.
It's funny. It's funny because that case I believe be more complex. The PR case be more complex than Kamarainba. So it's funny for what the PR case and look Kamarainba case. It's funny.
So
it's simple. You can win case for the government, but you cannot win case against the government.
Because it's the case was in favor of the government, and this is not in favor of the government. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, I basically
I want
to touch two other issues. Quick one. This one, quick one before we don't pass the time today. The discussion done so much that we don't actually pass the time. So now look at this two issues no more now. One.
Sorry, we not the technical each we make not start on time.
I know.
Yeah.
This first one say we can't go to election without the opposition parties. Chief Minister argues. And this time I will call newspaper.
Indeed. Daniel, obvious. I don't tell you say without the APC and SFPP, any election will happen as alone and null and void. These are the two biggest political party. SFPP will make election without APC. Not election is null and void. They will two need themselves.
Well, you know say if there are people that are the SFPP, I don't know if they waiting the apple then waiting spirit manifesto there where they grab saying on oppose. I don't know. So I make sure I
need something from Sylvia. Sylvia actually put a particular clause, 48 of the I think the election act. Basically, they say if they're not able for present candidates, the term for nomination, of course, automatically then they declare the only candidates.
Yeah.
So that's why we get all this drama around.
Yeah.
So it begs the question again. So say I make then they come up with all them petition because I believe say that inside April, then they go for nomination. And now we see waiting we happen this waiting we happen Thursday this ruling. If the ruling go to a contrary view, I mean, so say see that I post it because I did whatever he can talk and I say that I mean, I'm very mischievous. I mean, of course, it is done and wine with the current system. I mean, she knows very well about things that will happen within the rank and file of the current regime. I mean, she's a good friend of the First Lady. I mean, a smaller sister of the First Lady. So whatever she posted on her Facebook page, Instagram, or whatever, or WhatsApp, or whatever, I mean, there's a semblance of truth in it. So let's see how things unfold. Let's see how things unfold on Thursday. So on Thursday, we'll begin say, now so not for or if not unopposed, President Bio they go for June, they go unopposed, or if not unopposed, so we begin for see that kind of thing. But I don't believe we say we go unopposed. The international community not going to encourage that. I'll show you that. It cannot go unopposed. Yeah.
But on a still side the same Sylvia don't they tell the international community say let them stay away of the let them stop for interference.
Yeah, these are the people calling on international community for intervention. But I they always tell trade unions the one thing. Where what before done some man won't go overseas, then go waiting, some man hide the access. These international communities, they bring the people in there, they bring the money there, so then people then die per we war. And if problem being that they will go for call, so they can't sit and allow things happen the way with certain people they want, so we go bring problem at this country. Who side TV are they doing the war? I must contribute. Who side they doing the war? Now that means they don't ask them question, but first they may accident. You know, the two sit on a motorcar go when they find them at this motorcar. Quick, don't reach now hospital. Quick, don't say information and don't begin tell and say. Firstly, the way they see now people, they check it, make it see they are seen and for telling and some of them for telling the first. They go check first down the first back.
All right. Let me this other thing. This one just for the Auditor General. This is not the last issue basically we'll talk about quickly. The Auditor General, according to Waiting Global Times, they say Auditor General's Tribunal, Justice Nyewo Jones Furious. Basically, the trial for talk say then they delay the case, so they call on the two sides of the lawyers then for let they actually try for fast track this particular case. So what's not make up of the case of the Tribunal particularly and the Auditor General in issue? Showers.
Yeah, from when they did the last time, I don't think from last year. When they sit down, they don't come for. I don't think they don't sit down for 12 or 7 or 6 percent. From the last 7 days, they're not now. We don't know the whereabouts or this or that. Just because checks and balances. And Lara Telopias come up, tell us and say, ABC and D. You guys are taking money, document all to the effect. People get money that they come on a state house. We don't know for be accountable for. That's all. That's crime that we do. That's a crime. But tell them say, well, these are checks and balances. There, it should come up. They why you to open office of the president or the general report, and that's her job. She's a professional individual. She cannot be carried away. That's the only theory they do say because he puts office of the president. Now, Auditor General said they just start the money that they collect, we only account for. Money when they go overseas, when the president they collect, they only account for that. That's the problem. That's the only problem now in the DDP. Where they see they suffer as well. That's the problem. Nothing else.
Martha.
Okay, present in the blog, my Facebook page, Ibako. I'd give updates on the findings and recommendations of the 2021 audit report. So if you did follow me, or if you know they follow me, follow that page now, Ebako, EGBAKOH.
Yeah, just get some
so I give every day on a daily basis findings and recommendation of the 2021 audit reports, and that's the SLPP audit reports because now the post really act as Auditor General and I do that audit in the and as well as the president
spell
over
it
500
again.
EGBAKOH. A brown spoon.
Yeah, I don't see them.
So every day I post this finding. So now on the case of the Auditor General, now the one that way dismiss the Auditor General. Now I think saying that they need to make the case at this point in time. It be very much clear. We don't get me for me personally. I just think that that's not the answer. Where the president will do that debate. That's here I debates with them in column where you go talk. So they ask them Uma will ask about the Auditor General, say if why the removal of the Auditor General with the presidency. What about my wife? So was it because, so it's clear now, not so was it? It's very much clear now because
it's very emotional. Very emotional.
You know what he did that? He said, what about my wife? I watched the entire debate, but I watched all things. So it's very much clear that because Lara they made the audit the president anywhere. Then the president for use the word say if you can't face the heat, go out of the kitchen, da 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 da. So they deal with Lara like a politician. For me, now that's now so me see you know talk say they deal with her like a politician, but the statement they will follow say what about my wife and if he can't face the heat, get out of the kitchen. So like me, I just say and say the president was dealing with Lara as a politician. But Lara is not a politician. She's a professional. She is amongst those that Sierra Leone must be proud of. Now, one pan the woman they will for hail. Now, one pan the woman they way we for the praise for the professional expertise and consistency. Even when President Nkrumah be an appointment, she was very, very much consistent. And she has been very, very much consistent. So,
you know, I for be love forget one of una when we did do maybe get for be you know so we get for invite to Nana Net 9 p.m. not to today because we get for begin look at one particular thing we very key to this Lara in case the affidavit where Lara swear in court you know we take in court. I think this one it gets details of what we need for know as a public and we get for begin look at that one day. I think I'll get for begin invite to Nana Net for to talk about them because it's good that we talk about them things and they let we see waiting a talk as against waiting we hear in the public. I don't know what you wanna think about that Sinala.
That would be very good if she's having an other character from what we know because this one with all due respect to say some people and they will get one or two issues they will even lead to death when and die. You will hear this from family, you hear this from family. So we see say a lot of Sierra Leoneans and different character just like we have different ages. So if there are something beyond what we know, for me I know as an uncompromised professional and outstanding.
Well, basically, waiting at the time
so
for
if
say.
there is another thing, it will be good for them.
No, waiting at basically try for say, you know, a lot of people them like Showers been talk about now for question the office of the president, let me they bring case against them. So we need for see because you not find out say Lara not ever talk from where this thing happened.
Well, you don't know again. And we all know from the press release she was suspended for no good reason, and the president went to a debate and said, "What about my wife?"
So now the reason this way make I say we need for go into the court, watch the affidavit, and see exactly what are the reason behind the suspension. Because you will get for see something like how many side and call Lara for let go compromise and work. We will get for see all of them things in there.
Okay, that would be very good. At least we get an idea of them and. Even if not the entire document you can send to us, but if you have the entire document or whatever you get, send them, let we read them. So at least we go able to discuss thoroughly the issues. But for me, that thing there when you talk about Lara, you talk about auditing, that statement of the president just stick into my mind where Uma will ask him about the Lara indefinite suspension without no reason, and then he come out say, "What about my wife? What about?" Said. So
yeah, they say
the auditor,
Lara not a politician, I just auditor. He say if you know they able to stand the heat of the kitchen, then get out. You know,
get out. So that means say you are dealing with Lara as a politician. Then they always not a thing about this whole deal.
Something the way he basically been talking again, Showers. He say in the work with people the way you know, people the way we support her or people the way vote for her. Now they work with.
Lara not the supporter.
Yeah, but that was a non-starter. That was very unfortunate for man. You know, even in ministers and back, they link out some more leaders there. How Joe Biden come as President of America, not only people in country who with them for this and that, but that's a different narrative. When you be as President 2018,
America lied in 24 hours.
Yeah, even cleaner, they have to sack cleaner. They sack cleaner, they sack drivers then. When you go to all these various ministries, MDs, them all, I mean, let us say it on here. You know, who they did it. Yeah, we know, I mean, these are the reality. You understand it?
You know, I want to beg, let me beg Unai at this point, because if not that, the program not going to end. Thank you very much.
unfortunately, some will not talk for the running mates of the Samura will be running mate.
I think
They're
that
not selected. When
is
you
very
select,
important. Okay, let me just use 5 minutes for talk about Dande quickly because I know you get interest on Dande. Dande is the biggest problem right now for the APC. Tell me what you know.
Yeah, let me start chipping. Let me conclude that.
now you come up with the issue so that you don't take her, you don't send her to me. You know, so they play ball, man.
Yeah, let me come up.
Alright, so
Now you come up with the issue.
He say you know woman.
Now you
Let
come
me
up with
lady
the
first.
issue.
50-50. You don't say women first. Yeah, women first. Yeah, women first.
Well, okay. So then
Hold
don't
on,
elect.
Martha. You when you watch, you can follow Martha on a Facebook page. A name na Ebako. Follow Ebako and get a lot of updates away they give. You watch and BNW right now na NDD so AG BAKOH Ebako na Facebook that one day you can follow them and get a lot of updates with regards things that they happen inside the country. Yes, Martha, please come in.
Then just select time like 2 days ago, barely, for big flag bearer. So it will get for taking time for select somebody we go increase in votes. Now Dande it will always get for look at. Somebody will possibly it get for look at the person way within a relationship with party members, whether senior or grassroots. Somebody will go increase in votes. Somebody will get character, way appealing to the international community. Somebody will add value to them. Somebody will then go really work as a team, not to that kind of running mates way they will get forget problem and say me wife not like this person as we did in the case of the presidency and the wife not really they in line with the president having June there. So you know we get forget that kind of person say me wife not like this person. This we get a lot of names coming up. Some issues then they will surround the informer in 2018 when he made channel. So there are issues around him, his consistency, his loyalty. So you know Tuesday we get people and they talk about money jagaban. Say money jagaban ready for spending money, especially in the southeast. So let win. But mind you, this particular election not going to do with money. This one going to do with people and survival. Rest from this idea. So they say money jagaban setting a good thing. But personally, if me from the corner I watch closely, I see too much of Akisoya. The kind of hugging and this and that between Akisoya, Samura, and former president, Dr. Samura and former president. Also the watch from the far view say now part of the train say you will get Cherno, Money Jagaban Akisoya, and maybe also Diana Konomani and Wasiwa other world. I don't know if they fall and soon carry waiting. So it could get for taking time. It really get for taking time, but Samura we all know is that kind of mature and calm person, an experienced elderly person. So it will look at because this one not so the way Montamangian. This you look for waiting God for game. This one you don't work for you don't get court case, you don't go yagba, you don't campaign, you don't go up, you don't can not so that one and just or former president come just take a this one is really working for it. So you get for choose really from in your mind, not so from waiting and go get for captivate and for.
You know, one thing I noticed, I know they see interest from the mayor say he want to go back for the mayor position, and I noticed China himself not go for in regional chairman position where he been get. So I don't know, the game it look tight, and I see.
So you don't begin still side see.
Yes, I see the game look tight. The way how China himself, I see he talk to he rub up Samura even yesterday. Anyway, no hear from Cecil.
Yeah, I think Matt on point. There's this guy, this Jagaban, but Jagaban, I just see the community one. I just see the political recognition. Jagaban, of course, is out, although he's a full about drive and those sort of things. But it is between three people. Yeah, Chen Omajuba, the current opposition leader at the House of Parliament, going to be the Samoa running May 2018 and Yvonne Akisoya. You know the last time I said was Yvonne Akisoya. I mean, she's a very mover and shaker. She has international clout, get international backing. If Yvonne Akisoya is any kind of somebody, by now say for Kamarainba, because all the country we don't be for her. We don't set some up this anti-corruption case, this other case where they say go do obstruction we one try to go to one of the councillor, we then get an don't get your post, say the guy this student. So there's not any kind of soft somebody, but now it should be for the same step.
Even if the fan character and she has grown, it don't grow, it don't. The last time where I've been meet with them, we talk, you know, say this person don't become seasoned. If then they ask me for nominate, I would nominate her, of course, if or not because she's my look alike, we look so much alike, or because she's a woman. But when you talk to her, you know, say it don't grow, it don't stand firm, you know, it don't go into political leadership.
I remember they go interview with Anes Kuma be just introduced and this Ebola something.
Ebola, emergency. Yes. You know, she was so much formal and administrative. Now she has gone into politics and development.
Yes.
She's a very solid somebody. She's very, very solid. So, in Ghana economy, so I will say possibly, but again, you don't think of this is politics. You don't think about but for the flag not for play. Because already the final say you don't go for Julie, it's a cooler. So and the third largest FC group in this country are the Fullers. After the 10 minutes, the third largest are the Fullers. You understand? So flag not for play. We don't forget you need to be edge to tell them my Juba. You don't forget
Cecil. I get some conversation with some Fuller people there. Apparently, USA present in Sidom is owned by a Fuller because I'm a sister in place. I can't visit them. So, like, I begin for take a stay for able do the program. Of course, the advantage of mobile journalism. I did talk to some of them. One day, one time, let me say, them go meet the present VP. Then we will discuss some issues with them in relation to the Fuller community development and then as individual business people. And the vice president, according to them, vice president say, I'm Fuller man mix and politics. And for who Fuller man a business who they do so then thing and they don't have politics. Why is there because of politics? And no, people are no longer know the that. People are no longer know the that so they can have Fuller. Let me tell you, this is now one of the people where I expect. Say they're not a mix because of Fuller. If you are Fuller man, they do for the TV they best them or TV na for better. They're not supportive for that. You know what I mean? Say because there's somebody they get Fuller man one image, you say go do Fuller man one image too. How much more that Fuller man they impact than the Fuller community or development in general? Now so then they think no matter the level of education, now so then they think.
Let's tell you for the first thing. Yes, go ahead.
Because it between Akisoya and Chengoma Juba. From now say this month is all. I better say APC will announce the running and at the I mean it's about 60-40. Akisoya in the eye. That makes you find out if you follow Sylvia in again. Sylvia be don't get out the long since. Say 9 for big on me. So you find out say Sylvia be lots of negative propaganda against her. How do they do that? Man, like this, like that.
Yes, Sylvia knows she's a potential. Sylvia knows the attack empty.
Yes. You know, say nobody know for Pasa. 9 for before. Anybody yes. So 9 if you don't start, but I mean that propaganda they die. It able for continue. So I'm happy to get a chance. He has a chance. We're not surprised if one morning West Phillies come up from Samura and come. Say Ebola Kisoya 9 running. Yeah.
Now the end of the film, they say Jinjing, inside the film begin. Anyway, I want to tell you taking this program till they don't break the record. We don't actually go close to 2 hours. I don't know if una know say una don't sit on this much.
Yeah, I know me phoning back to say they show me the
but I just know one thing. The conversation, una say they enjoy the conversation so much that I don't even want to stop.
No, this now what we they do now. This now we own. We don't for talk about salon. And this now we own for talk about the country. So we write to talk about the country.
All right. So if that be the case, the paper one that I see right now na the background Guardian Post na Cecil Cole Showers na actually they write this paper na and demand for this paper. And I be don't display a background for you just now from Martha. Now na Cecil.
Thank you very much. I will appeal that every day you display a background because I will confess me not they hide something. That whenever you display a background, we followers they grow. We will get at least like 20 people following at least. So we appreciate that, and so please are the plea for helping.
Let tell you something. We
get on daily basis.
We get one sick now. We just believe say if we make other person they grow, we save the grow. Nobody will not stop in growth at all. So
I just get notification about 10 people don't follow. So please for support Ebako. If we not can serve every day, but display Ebako every day for the group.
All right, I will try for
the one forget update for the audit report. The one forget clear understanding of the new direction, 560 promises. But people don't know. Every day they post about them promises, and so people them will know about the promises of the new direction and same way to at the audit.
All right. I know promise for every day, but
I would say unfulfilled. They're not fulfilled them. I don't know if they promise, but they're not able to fulfill them.
All right.
Lots of them.
I know promise for every day, but remember, I'll tell you, say anytime I remember, I'll make like come up.
Mr. Go, they give you reminder.
Thank you. Showers in your paper and this as soon as no, don't hear you from showers. A very critical, not to today Sabi showers and Sabi and Mafa. We don't get into this field for long term, but I can always tell them, me don't come a small bit from the journalism mainstream because me basically right now the way how they analyze things, they analyze them to the best of my ability. I know they get background. I know they look for any code of practice. I just they analyze. Now that make we get a program what they do. Now next we'll call we had and then they just rough analysis of different issues them, and I know they look for guidelines at all. So for this one, I'm more professional than the one on net. But I'll tell you for real, the one on net gets the juice and get the audience past this one. So I want for tell you thank you and appreciate you now. Thank you now very much, Cecil and Martha, and for one joining inside the program today.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Sorry, I lost sound for Mr. Fonfortuna. Thank you, the producer for this program, Ilyas Abba. Until we meet again at net for another edition of the program where we call We Had. Thank you to the producer and God bless we all. We love you so much. If you don't like the program it, please like. If you don't like subscribe it, please consider for subscribe before you go. Love you now. Bye bye.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the